Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have some of the select items from the Mary Kay Summer 2017 collection. There is a makeup look kind of kit that you can purchase, and then some blushes, and that's about it for the collection. I'm going to be going through it, and I'm actually going to play with it on my face. This is the finished result. But basically I'm going to do the face chart that was given with the package that I received in the mail, so you can kind of see how easy or hard it is to achieve the look that the makeup artist gave as inspiration for all of these products. So keep watching if you want to see what is in the Summer 2017 collection for Mary Kay and my first impressions and thoughts about it. Okay everyone, so I'm going to start playing around with the makeup. I already have all of my base makeup on: foundation, powder, highlight, no blush yet because obviously I'm going to play around with the blushes. I have eyeshadow primer on as well. My eyebrows are done. There is a little bit of mascara on my lashes right now just from earlier on today. But the first thing that I'm going to start playing around with is this mini compact, and it basically is a magnetic palette. You can buy these different shades of eyeshadows or blushes, and in this little set that they've put together themselves at Mary Kay, one of the makeup artists has actually picked it. There is this really nice beige shade, Sweet Cream. Then in the middle there's a nice matte brown shade, like a medium tone brown, and it's hazelnut. And then this green color is emerald. And then there's a mineral cheek color in Sunny Spice for the blush area. I'm also going to bring in one of the other new blushes from Mary Kay to kind of add a little bit more color. Now, with the press release and everything that kind of came with this package, there was a face guide. And I'll just show you, make sure that there's no contact info there. They did do a little face map of how to use the product. So basically what the look is it's a very bare eyelid with some brown in the crease, and then what you do is you put eyeliner down and then you put the green color on top of the eyeliner for a pop of color. So I'm going to give that a try and see how that goes. So I've zoomed you in just a tiny touch more just so you can maybe hopefully see a little bit better. So I'm going to start with just the eyelid first off, and I am going to go in with this nice beige color, the Sweet Cream, and just a more of a densely fluffy type of shadow brush, and this one is the C422 from Crown Brush. Thankfully there is a little mirror on here, so that makes it easy. Now this is definitely powdery, I can already tell, but the pigmentation is actually quite nice. I'm going to pack this all over the lid, everywhere from the outside corner to the inner corner, and just make sure I have a really nice base. This would be a really great shadow just underneath the eyebrow too, I think, if you were looking for a matte highlight shade. And I am going to bring that up all the way just so that I have a nice base for blending. I find if I put a lighter color all the way up, it makes it for a lot easier blending. Now the next step of this is I'm going to go in with the brown shade Hazelnut, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to diffuse it up in my crease. So I'm going to, basically it's going to be almost like a cut crease, but a very soft cut crease. So I'm not going to bring anything down onto the lid, it's just going to stay from the crease upward, and I am going to diffuse it out a fair amount because it does look in the face guide to actually go above the crease a fair amount. Again, this one is powdery. With this I'm definitely going to tap off just to make sure that there's not too much. And then the pigmentation on this one is not the greatest. You can see it up on camera, but I would definitely expect a little bit more for a shade this color. But it seems like when I'm applying it looks pretty. It's just very soft, and I'm definitely having to go in again and again. But I am bringing it up relatively high up past the crease. It definitely is powdery. And for this one, just so you know, I'm using the Sigma Blending E25 brush. And just for a little bit of depth, I'm making sure that I pack it on really nicely on the outer part of the crease. Okay, so I'm done with the crease color, and yeah, I definitely had to layer on a fair amount just to get the nice coverage, but you can see it's nicely diffused. It's not really touching a ton of my lid, but I am going to go back in with the Sweet Cream shade and just make sure that it's really nice and crisp and pigment it, and then it will create that really soft cut crease look. Okay, so the next step of this is going to be putting eyeliner on, and they say in the notes to put eyeliner on and then put the pop of color on. I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to give it a go. I did receive the Mary Kay eyeliner. This is in MK Black, and it's just like a retractable eyeliner. And it's just in, well, black, if you couldn't tell by it being called MK Black. So what I'm going to be doing with this is I'm going to just be lining my whole eyelid, and then I'm going to do a very slight wing, hopefully slight, but we'll see how that goes. You never know what you're going to get when you're doing a winged eyeliner. Okay, this is crazy pigmentation. Okay, now the thing that I'm finding with this is because you don't sharpen it, it's getting dull. So it's really hard to create that precise line on both eyes if it starts off sharp for one and it ends up not being sharp for the other. Okay, so it's relatively even. This one's just a little bit thicker just because it is losing its sharpness, but we're gonna give this a go now for winging it out, but it's gonna be probably a little bit more on the smoky side of a wing rather than like a really precise one that you would get through liquid eyeliner. So I mean, I can get something, but I'm definitely gonna have to play with brushes now to try and get that really precise line. I'm gonna use this really tiny one, if you can't even see it. It's the Morphe E35. And what I'm gonna do is just start dragging the pencil. So that it creates that really nice, like, winged out look, but it's not super precise. And then because this is setting relatively quickly, I'm just going to go back over. Go back over everything, and then that way I can drag a bit more product. What I'm going to do too is I'm just going to smudge out the top part of the line as well. We'll just make it look a little bit more cohesive if everything is just a little bit smudged rather than just the tail. Is this a sharpener? Did I just find a sharpener in this? Oh man, I did. Oh my god. Look at it. And I just like actually broke it just because I'm clumsy as F right now. But let's give this a whirl. You can see the stuff coming up. So yeah, it does it. You have a sharpener within the lid, which is a nice little surprise. And I just broke it again. It's really easy to break this though. Okay, so I'm now going to go in with Emerald. And what I'm going to do is stamp this along the winged eyeliner. I'm first going to go in with a larger smudger brush just so it doesn't take me forever. This is the mini flat shader BC 402 from Royal & Langdon. It is stamping actually quite nicely on the black. I was a little worried about it. It makes it more of a deeper emerald, I would say. So I'm using this bigger one to stamp it on into the bigger parts of the liner, and then I'll go in with that small smudger brush again. Okay, so that actually stamped really nicely. I'm going to zoom you in shortly just so you can see like the whole look, and you'll actually see that like the green is actually pretty vibrant. I wonder how this would actually apply on the eyelid, and I don't have, like, just on its own, I just don't have that. Like, no. top a shadow with this for sure, or have like a really solid base, but I don't know if this eyeshadow would be very good on its own. And then lastly, just for the eye look, I'm gonna go back in with Hazelnut and this like bigger smudger brush, and what I'm just gonna do is run it along my lower lash line. This is not part of the face map, but I prefer eyeshadow looks with something on the lower lash line. Plus, things are smudging everywhere. I honestly don't know if it's the eyeliner from the winged part or my waterline, but there's some that it's traveling down. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this Sunny Spice blush. It's a mineral blush. And let's see how this goes on the cheeks. It is quite nice. It's not overly pigmented, but it definitely is noticeable. It's actually quite nice. It does go really nicely with these eyeshadows as well. And then lastly, I'm going to go in for the lip color for this look, and it is one of the semi-matte gel lipsticks. I have a whole video swatching these lipsticks, so I'll link that down below, but this is in the shade Mauve Moment, which is one of the ones that really surprised me with the color that it was, because I thought that it'd be more mauvey, or mauve-y, but instead it's like pretty pink. So I love the pigmentation of these, and I love the feel of these lipsticks as well. They're super comfortable on the lips. They don't last all day, but they definitely are a little bit longer lasting than a typical lipstick. They're very creamy on the lips, the pigmentation is great, and there's some really nice shades of those, so yeah, make sure to check out that video down below. So this is the finished look that was inspired by the Makeup Artist Like Face chart that they included with the package that I was sent. It's actually quite pretty. It turned out really nice. It has that really nice, like, soft cut crease look, and then with the liner with the touch of green. It's definitely really nice. It's definitely something that I typically don't do either. I'm actually pretty happy with how it came out. I love the idea of putting a black liner down and then stamping a color on top. I'm going to definitely use that with not just this emerald shade from the compact, but also any brighter shade that I have. It does look pretty nice. The eyeliner, I'm not a huge fan because I tried to sharpen it once I found the sharpener that I didn't even know was there, and it kept breaking, and then you can't get a precise line, so that was a little bit of a headache. The other two shades, this like the Sweet Cream and the Hazelnut, they are relatively nice, but Hazelnut just wasn't as pigmented as I wanted it to be. Sweet Cream is really nice, and I could see myself using that a fair amount in my eye looks. Emerald was nice, but I can't see it working all over the lid, but rather it would look. It just does work over top of this black eyeliner. The blush is really nice. It is relatively subtle. And then the lipstick, I already really enjoy these, and I've said that before. I personally wouldn't put this color though with it. I would actually have probably used Rich Truffle, is the shade that I would have rather used in this entire look. Moving on, we have two items left, so I might as well just talk about them now. These are two new blushes from Mary Kay as well. It's the Baked Cheek Powder, and I have the shades Giving Heart and Kind Heart. So what these are is they're just a compact. There is no mirror in the packaging, which I'm not a huge fan of considering how big they are, but they're really cute. They're hearts. So it kind of makes sense why one's Giving Heart and one's Kind Heart. Swatch that. Oh, there's some really pretty shine with that. It's super luminous. There's this really nice, like, champagne-y shift to it. Oh, this is gorgeous. And Kind Heart is definitely more of like a peachy color. Again, still nice and luminous. Oh, yes, please. Again, oh, that's so pretty. You can see the, look at the reflection on those things. That's insane. They're so pretty. I'm going to dust a little bit of Kind Heart. Yeah, Kind Heart on my cheeks just because I think the peach would look really pretty with this look, and it might just amp up the look of this. In terms of applications, I am getting a really nice glow to my cheeks, but I'm honestly not getting a ton of color. So that's a shame. It's the same color that it was before. I'm gonna really pile on makeup. This will be fun. No, there's like, I don't know, please tell me in the comments if you see a lot of change in the color happening. I mean, kind of. I'd say that Giving Heart definitely shows up on the skin a lot more, but they are very luminous. I'm gonna have to play with these a lot more to see, maybe considering if I don't have crazy amounts of blush on my skin already. I'm just gonna, it's looking a little crazy on camera, so I'm just gonna tone it down. But it definitely does give a nice luminous look to the skin. I can say that. That's a little bit better, a little bit toned down. But yeah, those are nice in swatches. I just don't know about in real life. Okay, so just a rundown of all the items that I've kind of gone over. There is one other item from the summer collection that I haven't talked about. I will be in either an upcoming video or in a blog post, and it is a charcoal mask from Mary Kay. So I will be giving that a go, and hopefully it'll work really well. But in terms of like actually new products to Mary Kay for this launch are the Beauty That Counts Baked Cheek Color. These retail for $23 Canadian a piece. They are nicely luminous, but I don't see them as working as solely blushes, but rather just as a blush topper, so that is up to you. These are really cute with the heart type of blush, but I mean, I'm gonna have to play around with them a lot more because I just didn't see a ton of pigment when I was applying them, which I guess is really good if you don't want that, or if you just want like a luminous glow to your skin. It might be really good, but for me, I'm kind of on the fence with these. Okay, and then also for the collection, there's the Summertime Jewel Look Makeup Collection. It's like a little set when you get this mini compact with the 3 eyeshadows and the blush, the lipstick, and the eyeliner, and it's $89 Canadian. Now, I honestly don't think I would recommend the entire set. However, I would definitely recommend the lipsticks because I absolutely love these. I would pass on the eyeliner because I think you can find something a little bit better, and you also want something with like a constant point with it, or a more like traditional pencil that you can properly sharpen. And then in terms of the mini compact, I mean, it's great for travel, and that's fantastic. The blush is very nice. I did like the pigmentation that I got with it. Emerald, I would say maybe stay clear of that one just because you can really only use it over top of something unless you really like green eyeshadow that's shimmery. It is really nice, but I just don't know about it. Sweet Cream, the eyeshadow is so lovely. I absolutely like this. I love this one actually. Hazelnut is kind of in between, but you can always look to see what other eyeshadow shades that you like for Mary Kay and then get them in the compact, but I just don't know if the whole look package is really something that I could recommend. I do like the way that it came out, but I just don't know if $89 is really worth it. But definitely pick up some of these lipsticks. They are phenomenal, and make sure to check out the video of all the swatches, and that way you can guide your purchase. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what was in store for, or what's in store for summer 2017 for Mary Kay. Keep an eye out for the charcoal mask post or video. It'll be coming in the coming weeks. Please let me know what you thought of the video, and if you are a Mary Kay lover. I know that there's a lot of you out there. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the day, and I will see you next time. Bye!